Jenny from the block has plenty of details she keeps away from the public, even with how much she loves the spotlight. It's not that surprising that another celeb has things to hide, but even JLo? Well, yeah. From her relationship to Diddy, her bad romance with Ben Affleck, and even her new Bodyguard, there's tons of stuff she doesn't want you to know about her. I couldn't even believe half of this stuff. Jennifer Lopez and Diddy's relationship might have started with all the glam and glitz you could imagine, but behind the scenes, total drama.
I mean, we went through some very traumatic events.
They kicked things off in 1999, both riding the high of their careers. It was the kind of romance that had the tabloids working overtime.
You know, we became friends first, and then we developed this bond.
And it didn't take long for the public to be obsessed with every detail. But let's be real, while the cameras were flashing, the real story was a lot messier. Remember the 2000 Grammy Awards? Were you alive back then? That was the moment Jennifer made headlines with that unforgettable green Versace dress. It was so stunning that it even changed the internet forever. The dress was so iconic, it led to the creation of Google image search. But that moment, as dazzling as it was, didn't tell the full story. Behind that red carpet moment, things were already tough between her and Diddy. He later admitted their relationship was wild and difficult, filled with both extreme highs and some major lows.
The relationship took all it could take. It was like devastating.
They clicked on an ambitious level, but even in their best moments, they were often not on the same page. Their relationship hit a major bump that same year when they were involved in a highly publicized nightclub incident in Manhattan. In December 1999, they were both arrested. Jenny's charges were dropped, but Diddy ended up facing a trial. He was accused of bribery and possession of a self-defense item. The entire situation put a massive strain on their relationship, and Jenny, being the self-reflective person she is, admitted that it turned her world upside down and made her question everything.
Yeah. You know, that people didn't really take it as a serious relationship, but we really loved each other.
Not exactly the fairy tale some people may have imagined. Then there's that time she dissed Ben Affleck. During a game on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen in 2014, she was asked about actors and musicians and whether one was better in bed. Of course, JLo had a playful but pointed response. I have to say that, in my limited experience, anybody involved in music, so I would say singers and dancers. The queen of subtle shade didn't stop there. She went on to throw some low-key shade at Ben, her former co-star in JLo, which, well, let's just say it didn't exactly make movie history. Jennifer casually mentioned that Ben didn't really know much about fashion either. She laughed, saying, "I did kind of like say, you need to be, you know, you're a movie star. You should wear a suit, you know? You should do this with your hair." A bit of a fashion expert herself, Jenny was just trying to guide Ben. But, you know, he didn't really take her advice. But hey, she gave him credit for having a few good moments when they were together. Now, fast forwarding a few years, and JLo was looking fabulous as always. But it seems her love life was making headlines once again. Recently, in 2024, she had some fans buzzing when she was seen with some handsome bodyguard in New York and London while promoting Unstoppable. People quickly took to social media, joking that maybe she was going to fall for him, like something straight out of The Bodyguard. But nope, according to sources, the relationship was strictly professional. Still, the way she looked with him had everyone wondering, even though JLo didn't address any of those rumors. She was too focused on her career and family life to entertain any of that. Oh, and there was this one time that Jennifer threw some serious shade at Salma Hayek. When asked about Salma Hayek during an interview, Jennifer couldn't help but make it clear that she thought they were in different leagues. She described Hayek as a bombshell, but then basically accused her of fibbing about getting offered the role of Selena before Jenny did. If that's what she does to get herself publicity, then that's her thing. That's what she said, throwing Salma right under the bus. Salma didn't back down though. She later confirmed she had been offered the role, but didn't feel it was right given the timing right after Selena's passing. She also praised Jennifer for doing an amazing job, but it was clear the two weren't exactly besties. As if that weren't enough, JLo wasn't shy about throwing some shade toward Gwyneth Paltrow, Cameron Diaz, and even Madonna. When asked about Madonna, Jennifer didn't hold back. She acknowledged that Madonna was a great performer, but didn't think she was all that when it came to acting. I'm harder on people when they say, "Oh, I can do that, I can act." I'm like, hey, don't spit on my craft. Yikes. And let's not forget when she took a dig at Gwyneth Paltrow, asking, "Tell me what she's been in." I swear to God, I don't remember anything she was was in. Ouch! Damn! Not exactly a fan of the Oscar winner. Jennifer also called Cameron Diaz a lucky model who had been given a lot of opportunities but didn't seem to do much with them. These comments definitely weren't about making friends, were they? And there was Rosie Perez, who had a bit of a rough time with Jennifer back in the early 90s. They first crossed paths when Jenny joined In Living Color as a dancer. Perez, who was a choreographer on the show, didn't exactly have the best experience with Jenny. According to Perez, JLo was a little, let's say, dramatic when it came to working together. Perez wrote in her memoir that Jenny acted like some ghetto bleep after Perez tried to give her feedback. The situation went downhill after Jenny left the show and Perez was ghosted. Perez called JLo multiple times, but she never got a response. Instead, Jennifer went on a talk show and repeated Perez's criticisms. When they finally ran into each other years later, Jenny acted like nothing had happened, but Perez wasn't having it and put her in her place. Hey, speaking of disses, JLo's exes have probably had their fair share of moments where they were burned by her. On Watch What Happens Live in 2015, Jennifer revealed that when it came to choosing men, she didn't care much for looks. She admitted, "I go more for essence, for strength, for like the manliness, fun, the laughter." Translation, she wasn't a fan of her ex's pretty boy looks. From Diddy to Ben Affleck and Mark Anthony, Jennifer's exes have all had to endure a little of her essence too. And remember when she had that infamous back and forth with A-Rod? The two were seen having a heated debate during a baseball game, and A-Rod, being the former Gold Glove winner, tried to convince JLo to let him play shortstop. Her reply, keyword, was, "So much for letting him take control of the field." But in typical JLo fashion, she didn't seem too bothered by the two short marriages she had before. When asked about them, she flat out said, "I don't really count those." She dismissed her first two marriages to Ojani Noah and Chris Judd as quick flings, claiming that neither of those marriages even counted. At least she was upfront about it, right? But if they were quick flings, then why would you get married? Seems a little counterintuitive. Jennifer also had a little fling with Drake in 2016. They were all over Instagram, sparking rumors and causing the internet to buzz, but just months later, the relationship was over. And Drake was writing songs like Free Smoke, alluding to their brief time together by saying, "I drunk text JLo, old number so it bounced back." JLo, for her part, didn't seem to care much. During a 2019 performance when Hotline Bling came on, she jokingly referred to it as a booty call. That was a subtle hint, don't you think? In 2018, JLo made a big statement about men under 33 being useless. She was talking about a Tinder experience when she helped find a date for a fan. When she looked at a few younger guys, she couldn't help but joke, "Guys until they're 33 are really useless." Guess the age gap is key for Jennifer when it comes to dating. And it wasn't just celebrities who felt her wrath. Her longtime makeup artist Scott Barnes was once cut off for an entire year after rumors spread that he had leaked details about her secret marriage to Mark Anthony. Barnes was hurt by the whole situation but didn't get an apology from Jennifer even after it was revealed that he wasn't the culprit. Guess loyalty isn't always a two-way street. Oh, and don't forget her not-so-subtle reaction during a Mariah Carey performance. The two have a famously cold relationship, and the supposed feud started when Carey allegedly intended to use a sample for her Glitter soundtrack, only for Jenny to get the track instead. Mariah was reportedly less than thrilled, and in her 2020 memoir, she stated she didn't even know JLo. Fast forward to 2014, when Jenny was caught on camera looking completely disinterested during Mariah's performance at the Billboard Music Awards. Talk about throwing shade without saying a word. What do you guys think about these details? Did you know JLo said any of this or did any of this stuff? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you have a great day. Peace out.